Actually, covers mine and is heading towards Barbara's 29 degrees today. I think she's going to win, actually. I really do. Friday, November 29th. In fact, I think she already has. It's already been 29 degrees today, so congratulations to her. Anyway, for her predictions. Today I am elated to go all the way over to Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We're going to be joined by Jake Matthews. Yeah, check this out. Galaxy. So how are you feeling, my friend?
We'll be going live after this, Grant?
Yes, we will be. We will be. And
okay.
in fact,
try to. My speaker is sounding a little bit strange. Let me see if I can just.
Hi, Chris Andres and Jimmy. Thanks for joining us.
Oh,
I love you.
There we go. That sounds better too.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. All
nice,
right.
nice.
Yeah, I just switched you over to a different set of speakers here, and it's way better.
Yeah, I thought I felt different.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured you'd hear it on your end.
Nice, nice. We've finally got it right playing at the moment.
Yeah.
Then after that, we've got Just Like a Country Song. If I Had It My Way, Bare Necessities, and Road and the Radio. They're the ones that we're going to be featuring today. Believe me, I'm absolutely elated to make your acquaintance, my friend. I really, really am. And I really thank you for taking the time out to come and talk to us down here, down under.
No, absolutely, and thank you for reaching out and extending the invitation. I was happy to join you guys today.
Nice, nice. Well, I'll just let you know while we're just chatting, we have 5,568,000 online right now.
Oh wow, that's great.
It's about an average hour.
Yeah.
I think we might luckily we might get up around about 570, something like that.
Okay. How long have you been running your show?
About 5 years now.
Okay.
4.5.
That's a nice sized audience, that's for sure.
It is. I think. Well, let's be honest. Without people like you, I wouldn't have a job. But at the same time, interviewing people like you, they go and tell their friends all about it, and before you know it, well, I wouldn't want to buy them all a beer.
Yeah, that's great. Word of mouth is the way to do it.
It kind of is, world domination door to door, actually, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
It's all one step at a time.
Yes, it is. So, let's go live.
Hi, Gear. From Viking Queen. Love you lots. Hi, Samantha.
I knew I was going to do that. I really, really did. Let's get one of these in here. Sorry.
Hello, Greg Live.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 12 after 11 o'clock, 28.4 degrees, 28 degrees, we'll call it that. And Barbara, I think you've already won today. Friday, November the 29th, TGIF. We're coming into the weekend. And, of course, absolutely elated to make the acquaintance of Jake Matthews coming out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And, of course, we were just playing, finally got it right. Good evening over there, Jake.
How are you, Grant? It's great to be here with you today.
It is an absolute honour to make your acquaintance. By the way, I got to say, I love the hat hanging in the background there.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that is a Calgary tradition. It's called the Calgary White Hat. and it's given to people who usually come through the city and perform. They give it to a lot of actors and politicians and entertainers that come through the city. And years ago, I was doing a tour. Even though I live here, I did a tour that went throughout Canada and stopped in Calgary, and they gave me a white hat. So it's a whole ceremony that they do. They have a panel that comes out and does it for you, and it's a great honor to get it.
You know, I absolutely love that. I really, really do. And of course, good guys wear white, don't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they always come in a white hat. Look at the Lone Ranger, for instance. There's a good example, wasn't he?
Alan Jackson always wears a white hat too.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I know where you're coming from there. Now, I finally got it right. We kicked off the show this morning with that. Tell me a little bit about it. Well, how did you come to the lyrics of that?
Well, that was just one of those. It was just a title that I'd had for a long time, and I've been writing songs for well over, I don't know, probably 25 years now. So I have quite a list quite a list of titles and song ideas that I've accumulated over the years. So it was a title that I had, and I got together with a Canadian friend of mine named Derek Rattan, and he just loved the title as well, and I think we just really wanted to portray that idea of meeting someone and knowing instantly that that's the person that you're meant to be with, and that's where that your life kind of winds throughout to different relationships throughout your lifetime, and then when you do meet that one, you just know it and it just feels right, and that's kind of where the idea of the song came.
I absolutely love that. I really, really do. Now, I've got to let you know, my friend, it's not easy getting an interview with us here at Galaxy. It really is quite complicated. We get so many artists every day that want us to promote them. And of course, Barbara is working tirelessly to be able to accommodate as many as possible. She takes those to production, and of course, Barbara disagree on a lot of that. But we got to keep in mind we've only got a limited amount of time every week to be able to do these, if you know what I mean. So we've got to... anything from 30 bands a day down to maybe about 5 in a week if we're lucky. Then it's got to go to a board. The board only keeps our image in mind, if you know what I mean. So it's got to be good music. Then finally it comes to me. And the problem with that is I don't get any information. I just get the track itself on a little USB device that I plug in with my phone into the car stereo, and I go and listen to you out in the back sticks of where we are, and believe me, we're in amongst 3 major cities, right in the middle. We've got Rotorua to one side, Whakatane to another, and the big shipping port, Tauranga, not so far away as well. But we're a little milling town, so we have plenty of country roads to go out and explore with. So that's where I listen to the music. Basically, nobody can influence me because I'm the last say whether I want to do the interview or not. Besides that, I've got to be honest with you, nobody wants to come driving with me.
No. I don't know. Do you take that personally?
No, I don't. Believe me, I don't at all. Not at all. It's quite nice being on your own in the backwoods. It
Absolutely.
Really is.
I agree.
But I've got to be honest with you, Jake. I pulled the car over and listened to everything that was given to me. Turned it up, opened up the doors, cracked a cold one. I've got to be honest with you. Sat back, took in the ambience of where I was at the time, and just listened to your music. Just Like a Country Song was the first song that I heard, and I absolutely loved it. Enough to want to hear more. Believe me, some songs you hear the one song, that's it, you don't want to hear anymore. But believe me, I continued on to listen to that. And absolutely, well, it got to a point where I had to literally add you into my breakfast show.
Well, good.
Well, you see, when I came back, of course, I got production. They were already onto it. They says, we're putting you in these number of shows, which is basically the country show, 16 hours of country on a Sunday. Monday night, we have Galaxy artists, because they knew that we were going to be doing this interview anyway. They know me too well. They do know me too well. And then they says, listen, Grant, be ready, because believe me, they're going to ask, and we're talking about our fans now, for requests on Jake Matthews. So be ready for this. Have it ready. Get it into the breakfast show. did that, and it's gone ballistic.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm
All right,
getting
that's great.
I'm getting quite a few requests for you, and of course, the two major ones that we're getting, of course, is Bare Necessities and, of course, Road and the Radio. They're your two hottest ones. But I've got to be
Really?
honest, I just kind of like, you know, just like a country song. Now, tell me all about that.
Okay, well, just like a country song. I mean, so I grew up in a small town in northern Ontario, and was surrounded by country music. I was from as far back as I can remember. I grew up in a fairly large family. My dad was one of 20 kids.
Wow.
So I had a lot of uncles and aunts that, what we'd do is we'd have these huge family reunions, and we'd play music. We played country music. A lot of them sang and played fiddle and guitar. So that's kind of where the music came from. So when I came down to writing this, just like a country song, I had the title and was just thinking back on my childhood, just growing up, in a small town, always being surrounded by country music. My first concert was a George Strait concert. I started playing in bands when I was like 17 years old, and just having that country influence always around me, I just wanted to put that into song. So basically the song says, when country music is there, when I learned how to drive a car, when I had my first beer, when I met my first girlfriend, so it was just all these moments that you kind of live through, and you realize that, country music has always been a part of that. So that's what I wanted to convey, and I'm glad that you really liked the song and that you connected with it, because that's really what you hope for when you're writing it.
Exactly, my friend, and believe me, I absolutely love this. I really, really do. So right here, right now, live with Jake Matthews here at Galaxy 107 FM is just like a country song.
Awesome.
Are you okay there, Jake?
Happy Thanksgiving, Greg.
What's that?
Are you okay
And hi,
there, my
Robert
friend?
Gillies.
Oh yeah, I'm doing great.
Nice. Who have we got online with
We've
us?
got Greg Livesay,
Greg Livesay. Welcome
Robert
back, Greg.
Gillies,
Robert Gillies.
yeah,
Oh, kia ora, my bro.
and Gear from Viking Queen.
Viking Queen. Now, these guys, we're coming up in the future. We're going
Yeah.
to be talking to these guys, aren't we?
Yeah, and Chris Andres.
Love Viking Queen. I really, really do.
Right.
And Chris Andres is there.
Yeah.
Say hi to Jimmy for me, Chris. Please
Yeah,
do
me-
that. By the
me,
way, Jake, we will be giving you a copy of everything that we do here.
Okay.
The Facebook Live that we're doing right now, we'll transpose it over to YouTube, give you a copy of that.
Okay, great.
We will do a couple of crazy photos and stuff after this and give you those too. You can put them on your wallpaper on your phone. Show your friends, don't do this with Kiwis, it's not healthy.
Right.
We're like the real buggers down the other end of the world, we are. So we like to have a bit of fun. Having said
Sure.
that, we have, If I Had It My Way, now this is a significant song for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a top 10 here in Canada on the Billboard chart.
We'll have to talk about it on
And
here.
it was I think on the charts for like 35 weeks or 36
Something
weeks
like
or
that,
so.
yeah. I've got some stats here, apparently.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, believe me, they've been doing quite a bit of research on you, my friend. They really, really have.
Okay.
So we'll cover a lot of that. At the same time, I will throw in the fan question that every time, literally, they want to know how to get hold of you. So I'll ask you those questions as well.
Sure.
At the same time, have you got a drink, bro? You might need one by the end of this.
Yeah, I've got a drink with me.
Nice. I hope it's got some ice in it.
It's non-alcoholic.
Ah, God, you're going to need one after this, my friend.
Yeah.
You are. Let's go back to the desk. That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 24 after 11 o'clock, 29 degrees. There you go, Barbara. Official, you are the winner for the day. Friday, sorry, Jake, what we do is we try to upscale the weatherman. He has no idea about the biosphere where we are here in Komodo. Literally, I'm sure he takes a dart and throws it at the board and says that'll do it. You know, 21 degrees today, we knew possibly even 30 plus. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So we absolutely run down the weatherman. We really do. You know, you just can't get it right. So, and I'm sure you're pretty much the same way, but I'm sure the weatherman's more substantial because he would just say snow.
Yeah, well, you know what? In Calgary, we get Chinooks out here, so they're like the winds that come through, and the weather can, like, the temperature can literally swing, 20 degrees in a day, like during the daytime kind of thing. So, like, it could, if we had like today it's minus 14. If we had a Chinook come in tomorrow, it could be plus 10. So it could just be that much of a swing, through from one day to the next. So the weathermen out here earn their money.
Yeah, fair enough too. And believe me, I don't think I would like to be a part. I've always wanted to come over there. In fact, I have been to the Winter Olympics, the last Winter Olympics over in Canada, and had a look around a few places like Ottawa and stuff like that. So I am familiar with the territory over there. But I don't think I would like to be able to make it a residence. I'm a summer residence kind of guy. I like to follow the heat.
Yeah.
Not enough fat on the bones. That's the problem. Yeah. So believe me, I don't think I would like to be a part of it. Now, I got to ask you, my friend, because believe me, I'm getting it in the air right now to say, listen, how do we get hold of you, my friend? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? And are you on Instagram? But more importantly, being the modern database of your fans these days, do you respond?
I do respond. I'm on, people can reach me at, I've got a website, jakematthews.com, and I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all those lovely social media platforms. But I do respond, absolutely. If anybody sends me a message or tries to contact, I'll definitely get in touch with them.
Nice. Now, do you have a website?
I do, yeah. It's just www.jakematthews.com.
Nice. And do you have a merch store on there? Can we buy your products there?
I don't have a merch store on there because all I have is my music. So you can just get it through iTunes and through Spotify.
Nice, because I was actually going to say, are you on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, all the big ones?
All the digital platforms.
Nice.
Sure.
You'll be able to sell another 5,000 and make it an extra $1.
Yeah, well, every dollar helps.
It does, and then the tax man wants 90% of that, I'm sure of it. But having said that, my friend, we absolutely want to direct people so that they can find your music and be able to download it. And of course, don't be cheap. Don't try and get it for nothing. Go and buy it. Go and have a look at Spotify, Amazon, and all the other major suppliers. Look for Jake Matthews. You will not be disappointed. You won't. Believe me, I love it. I really do.
And you know what? And I do have some physical copies here as well in my office. So if anybody does, want to own a physical copy, they can send me a message and we'll work out the details.
Yeah, now I feel sorry for you too. You also said you were on Spotify. Facebook and Instagram, all of those ones. You're going to have another 5,000 Facebook fans now, and you're going to be up all night doing this.
That's all good.
For the rest, all good. Believe me, that's a lot of work. It really, really is. Having said that, though, I'm not sure whether Facebook and Instagram are back up at the moment. Unfortunately, they're down globally right now. So, yeah.
I heard that earlier today, yes.
Everybody was getting ready for the interview here. Then what did we do? We've crashed the world. How's that? We'll take responsibility. Absolutely. It's our fault.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it must be our fault because you're watching us now. So interesting. Think about that. And of course, don't forget, we're your future right now too at the moment. You'll be...
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. So,
have you got any tips for me that I can use?
well, I tell you what, we do the draw for the lotto here on a Saturday night. Once I get Barbara to write down the numbers, send them to you, you'll get them on Friday. Now, go down, go down, buy a ticket. If you win, I'll get you halves.
Darling. Love you.
No, that
And
sounds
Cheryl.
great. That's perfect. That's a deal.
It'd be a good experiment, though, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he's drinking non-alcoholic liquids, refreshments. He's going to need an alcoholic refreshment after this. He really, really is, because believe me. What do you reckon, Barbara? Is it time for the 5 questions from the 50 Shades of Grant?
Okay then. Hi Cheryl. Hi Jane.
Hi, Cheryl. Nice to have you along. Okay, my friend, I hope you're up for a little bit of a challenge here, because this is rather, rather amusing.
All right, we'll see.
Okay, Boris Johnson, I call him the caretaker Prime Minister right now, seeing he's coming into an election in the UK. Jacinda Ardern is New Zealand's Prime Minister. Angela Merkel being the Chancellor of Germany. Then there's Donald Trump. Which one's the odd one out?
Which one's the odd one out?
Yeah. You're
Angela Merkel.
Okay, well, there's the first. Everybody goes with Donald Trump because the other 3 are actually politicians.
No, yeah.
The other one's sort
That's
of
right.
the other one's sort of the colour that's going to end up for his career, impeached.
Yes, exactly.
Believe me. Second question is literally, if a pig loses its voice, does that make it disgruntled?
It does.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that, or an ear out for that. Have you ever tried vegan sausages?
Have I ever tried what? Sorry?
Vegan sausages.
No, I've never tried vegan sausages.
No, well, I was talking to a vegetarian, actually a vegan, the other day. I says to him, what are the vegan sausages like? Are they made of real vegans?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
I got the same response as what I did with the Girl Guides when they tried to sell me Girl Guide biscuits. Are they made of real Girl Guides?
That's right, yes, absolutely.
And then, of course, I sent a letter off to Johnson & Johnson's baby oil. I wanted to know how they reduced their babies down to get them in little bottles.
Yes. I'm sure it's a secret process.
Yeah. Now, I'll give you one more. And, just recently, the new James Bond movie that they're making in the UK, James broke his ankle and had to have 12 weeks off. Through that period, the board got together and decided they were going to try and bring up a female James Bond. It wouldn't work. It really wouldn't. James has always got to be a guy. So they've decided they're going to match them both together, male and female, come up with a gay James Bond. Do you know what they're going to call him?
No, what?
07.
Hmm.
He survived it. He survived it. He hasn't thrown anything at the screen
I
yet.
survived.
You have. And you've done it the hard way. You really have done it the hard way. So, Jake Matthews, tell us all about I Had It My Way.
Well, if I had it my way, as you mentioned, it was a pretty big song for me. It was a song that reached the top 10 on Billboard charts here in Canada, and really kind of helped get my name out there a little bit more, which was great. And the song itself, it's funny. I wrote it with again a fellow Canadian, and it was our first writing session together. And literally, just as we were talking, if I had it my way, there'd be a new Beatles song kind of came out. We thought, well, that's kind of interesting. Let's just kind of go with that and see what happens. And so we just kind of, roll with that idea. And like I said, it just turned out to be a really great song for me.
Well, let me fill the people in here at the moment. As a singer-songwriter, Jake has written 12 top 40 singles, including, of course, the hit If I Had It My Way, and has had over 60 songs recorded by artists in both Canada and the United States. But at the same time, my friend, I see that you have recently been touring around places like Korea, Japan, New York, London, Berlin, and Australia. Didn't you like New Zealand? You didn't want to just pop over and say hello?
I wish I could have. Yeah, a lot of those tours were part of. I I started doing a tour with Tourism Alberta and with the Calgary Stampede. So they go around and they do tourism trade shows, and I was part of the tourism trade show where I would go in and represent Alberta, sing country music, talk about Calgary, and so it was a great experience for me to be able to travel all over the world like that. And I'd love to go to New Zealand.
Well,
hopefully we'll get there.
We will talk about that right after this. Here, live at Galaxy 107 FM is Jake Matthews, If I Had It My Way. I'm melting here, Barbara.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
I've got my bikini on.
You got your bikini on. Is that what you call that?
Yeah, it's my bikini.
I see.
So is Facebook literally
Not really.
down?
I mean,
Apparently, some parts are still down, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
They're slowly getting bits and pieces back up again, but luckily we can actually do this Facebook Live, so it is. It really, really is. Red tail lights. Tell me, how did you come to the name?
For that song?
Yeah.
You know what? It all started with just the image. I just really love the image of, you see it in sad movies all the time, those red tail lights kind of disappearing into the night, and there goes somebody's life, right? The love of somebody's life, and so I just always love that image.
I kind of associate red tail lights with the truck in front of me that's going too bloody slow.
Well, yeah.
Trucks are worse than cars.
And you never want to overtake a truck because there's always somebody behind one, eh?
Or if you're in England, it's a lorry. Hi, Stephen.
In England, it's a lorry.
Yeah. And hi, Jane.
I think in the United States they call them.
Jane's online.
Jane's online. Hurricane Jane.
Yeah.
Oh, my darling.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What are you doing? You're pushing this so close to me.
Poor Jake will be wondering what the hell we're up to.
Yeah, look, here we go. Oh my God, Kiwis really are crazy. We are. I admit it.
So do you have people online right now, or people on Facebook Live?
Yes, we do. In fact, we're saying hello to them right now because.
Great.
In fact, we got Hurricane Jane from the band One Ugly Cowboy joining us right now. And,
great.
Sensational.
Is that someone from that area?
Toronto.
She's from Toronto.
Oh, she's from Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Check her out, mate. The whole band, awesome.
Check Jake out,
Yeah.
Jane.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Got to thank everybody that's joining us live on the Facebook Live right now. And of course, Jake joining us, coming out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Yes, Jake, One Ugly Cowboy, couldn't recommend them higher, really couldn't. And Hurricane Jane's joining us right now. And love to Richard as well. And also to Kicking Eagle. Got to give a big shout out to Kicking Eagle. Absolutely wonderful man. 23 away from 12 o'clock. It is 27 degrees. It's fluctuating. It's down to where I was predicting. And it is Friday, coming into the weekend, would you believe? I'm sure, Jake, you're going to need something stronger by the end of this, but sure.
I think I will. I'm starting to feel it already.
Yeah. The regret is setting in, isn't it? It really is.
I'm already looking forward to the drink.
Yeah, absolutely. Get over with that, Grant. Go away. I want to get a beer and couple of whiskies. You're going to need one to settle down the nerves after this. Now, we were talking, of course, you'd been to places like Japan, Korea, and even Australia, okay. So you know basically where we're at in the world, don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
So why don't we hit the idea of maybe you'd like to come down and perform for Kiwi audiences here in New Zealand? Would you consider this?
Absolutely, I would. Yeah, absolutely, I would consider that.
You know,
I love traveling. My wife and I love traveling, so we get, as much as we can. We get out, and I've been fortunate over the years to incorporate my music with my traveling. So any opportunity I get to go somewhere to play and to meet people and to experience, other people's culture, it's great. I love it.
Well, I've got to let you know, my friend, I've been saying it all the way through this. We're crazy here in New Zealand. We like to have a bit of fun, and I hope you're up for a few challenges.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not all about work. You've got to have a bit of downtime as well. So, and believe me, I'm the type of guy, while I'm having some downtime, I feel if it doesn't scare you, you're not living.
Right.
You said that confident, didn't you? Right. Okay. So, Jake, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
Oh, we all know it.
I can't say I have.
No.
Okay, well, we will give you the instructional video of this, believe me. So, I'm not pulling your leg, but the indigenous folks of New Zealand, being the Maori, have in the past were eating these things, still do today. We still eat the hoo-hoo grub. And it's big, it's white, it's like a double-decker bus to a Mini, okay? It's got a black head. Now what you do, and as I said, you'll get the video of this, you put the live body in your mouth. Don't eat the head. The head is yucky, it really is. But when you crunch down on the body, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
So that's what you tell yourself when you're eating it?
No, it really does. I'm not kidding you. I have had multiple of these things over the years. I really, really have. And you got to ask yourself the question though: what's running through the guy's mind that's handing you a bowl of these wiggly worm things?
Yeah,
no
kidding.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to do that.
Well, we have
probably after a couple of drinks, maybe.
Okay, well, we're set up of 3 islands here, right down the very bottom, of course, Stewart Island, then the South Island, which is a bit bigger, and then the North Island where we are. Down on the west coast of the South Island, there is a thing called the Wild Foods Festivals in Hokitika. And, well, we deep fry stuff you just really shouldn't deep fry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We really do. Now, having said that, being around the west coast of the South Island, I don't see why we couldn't drop in to the Fox Glacier, go and have a look at the real-life glacier that is there. Of course, everybody's got to pick up their rubbish and everything like that because it is a national park. Then we'll take you down to Queenstown. Now, Queenstown is like a little boutique town, city kind of thing. Believe me, you don't want to fly in there because it's like, and you've got mountains right there. You know what I mean? Scary as hell, unless you're flying in, and I am a pilot, I can fly in, and believe me, I've flown in there a couple of times. Even in a small plane, it can be quite traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it was designed so that the drug dealers that come in from overseas, get a bit of the thrill or something like that, make it no, we're not going to go there. We don't get those things, at all. Now, having said that, I don't know, Barbara, we'll take them and throw them off a bridge.
No, you're going first.
I always go first. I always go first. What am I doing?
No, I'm just saying
you're giving me the bony wiggly finger.
You're going first.
You really should see this, my friend. Yeah, sitting there waving things at me like this. We have a thing here in New Zealand called bungee jumping.
Yes.
Now,
I've never tried it.
You will.
Yeah, okay.
You will.
I will.
But I will guarantee you one thing. You're not Australian, so we'll attach the bungee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. gives the Australians false security there, doesn't it? But having said that, have you ever heard of a Zorb?
A Zorb?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Z-O-R-B.
I don't think so.
Okay, it's a big clear plastic ball, and what we'll do is we'll put you in it. Of course, we're going to have to get you a little juice for that, because, and at the same time, wear your best boxers, because it's wet inside there. You slip around inside, push you down a hill. It's like human skittles. We'll get some guys to run in front of you. And at the same time, the bonus is if you have a few more of these first, when you run over them, the expressions on their faces priceless.
Right. So is it so you actually get into like a big plastic ball and you throws people down a hill kind of thing?
I will get Barbara.
I've seen those. I've seen videos of that before.
Yeah, well, I'll get Barbara to send you a video of it. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
Yeah.
Having said that, you did say that you would be bringing your wife. So let me tell you now, Barbara is an Olympic shopper.
Oh, well then, my wife is a speed shopper, so she'd fit right in there.
Yeah, okay. I think Barbara's more endurance than speed, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
she likes to enjoy, the whole time out there looking at shops and bits and pieces. She doesn't want to see me jump out of an aeroplane, but if you're interested in that, I am an accomplished parachutist, and we can go for a jump or two in Rotorua.
Right, okay, sure.
As I said, scare you.
Yeah.
I meant it, I really, really did. But having said that as well, only about an hour and a half from where we are here in Komodo is a little place. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Lord of the Rings.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Peter Jackson, of course, his creation. We have Hobbiton, and we can go and take in the ambience of that. It's an absolute splendid place. In fact, it is the real set for the for Hobbiton when you very first see part one of Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to see that.
Nice, and I think there's still a few Weta Workshop creations in there as well. Yep, absolutely stunning. If you're up for a bit of maybe, I don't know, like Disneyland, we could always take you to Rainbow's End. There's a lot of fun there, the corkscrews and all that sort of stuff. But that's, to me, a little too safe.
Yeah, I think jumping out of a plane or hanging from a bungee cord is way more exciting.
Well, at the same time, you see, Rainbow's End is in Auckland, so why don't we, at night time, take in the ambience of Auckland on the harbour, have a meal, have a wine, everything sort of like that. But then we could take you to the casino and throw you off the Sky Tower.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I'm fully there. I love doing stuff like that, and believe me, I have no problem stepping out into nothing. I really don't. I've done it many, many times, but it is quite exhilarating. Let me put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Now, I've got to be straight up with you, Jake. One of the songs that is the most favourite song here, and we're looking at about 1,737 requests so far since I've been playing it in the breakfast show, is Bare Necessities. Now, I kid you not, believe me, people have, they've connected with the song, literally. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's had the same response out here as well, and every time I play it live, it always gets a great response. We went into a writing session, and I had the melody, but I had a completely different song idea for that song. I think it was more like almost like a love song. I can't even really remember what it was, but when we walked into the session and I started, strumming this melody, my co-writer said, "Hey," he said, "I've got this title I've been wanting to write for a while called Beer Necessities." And we just kind of looked at each other and said, "Well, we have to write that because I hadn't heard that in a song yet, other than the Jungle Book, the Bare Necessities, which everybody kind of knows, right?"
Yeah.
So we hadn't heard Beer Necessities, and we figured, well, if we don't write it, somebody's going to write it at some point. So let's be the first to kind of write it. So we did, and we took a little trip to the corner store and bought a 6-pack and drank some beer while we wrote the song, and just wanted to write something fun. And it definitely gets a great reaction at the live shows, and people always love it and kind of smile when they hear it. So,
well, I've got to be honest with you, my friend. I don't actually get through a breakfast show without getting an avalanche request for the song. I really, really do. That
awesome.
And the next song coming up, of course, Road and the Radio, is your highest charting one right here at Galaxy at the moment. So live, right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joining us is the man himself, Jake Matthews. Here's Bare Necessities.
poor fella won't want to come here.
Yeah. Barbara reckons I'm freaking you out.
What's that?
Barbara reckons I'm freaking you out.
Oh, no. You're not freaking me out.
Well, then I'm not trying hard enough.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Dear. Thank you to everybody joining us today. Check out Jake Matthews, coming out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. This is a rising star.
He's got a lovely voice.
He really does.
No.
And he's charting here at Galaxy. Look for him. Go and get his music. Go on, I dare you. So Jake,
Thanks so much.
oh, believe me, it's all about promoting you, my friend. It really is. Normally, I would be wearing an artist's t-shirt or something like that, but I was instructed today I have to wear the office garb.
Right.
So I'll put that on. I've dressed just for my staff today. There you go. Should we talk about Jacksonville, Florida? At the same time, we have an association with a sister company in Jacksonville, Florida.
Won't be till next
And
year.
they're a TV company actually called Late Night Television in Jacksonville, Florida. And
Yeah.
we send them everything, all the interviews that we do. Now, they will probably cut down and do all sorts of things with the hour interview, making it more television appropriate. But having said that, would you mind if I sent this off to them? Because they will probably get hold of you and want you to do a little video thing or something like that they can put on as well. Would that be all right with you?
Yeah, that'd be totally.
Nice, because we really want to get behind you, Jake, and promote you as much as possible. We absolutely love your music here, we do.
No, well, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So we'll talk about that. In fact, we will do a little video after this for them as well. Do you mind if I talk about your brother Gil?
No, that's fine.
Because
We can talk about him. Sure.
you've toured with him in the past, haven't you?
We have, yeah. We did, about 10 or 12 years ago, we did a Across Canada tour together, and of course, being my big brother, he was just a big influence on me as well.
Nice.
Getting to music, so.
Let's hold that thought. We will go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 8 away from 12 o'clock. It is 28.5 degrees. It's still hovering around Barbara's target, so I think she's won emphatically today. I've got to give her a pat on the back for that. Friday, November 29th, coming into the weekend too, by the way. And for you guys live, watching us on Facebook Live right now, congratulations for joining us right now. Go and check out Jake Matthews coming out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Believe me, you can't go wrong. He's an absolute superstar in the making. Now, Jake, you have been in the game now for many, many years. You used to tour with your brother Gil, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Actually, well, Gil and I, grew up. Well, obviously we grew up together, but I mean, playing music together as well. So Gil is, my older brother. I always like to emphasize that he's the older brother. And, he kind of got his start, got started a little bit ahead of me, but, it's a lot of, as much as, guys like George Strait and Waylon Jennings and those kind of guys were some of my influences, my brother was also a very big influence because I got to see him go out and perform, and watching him perform just made me want to perform as well. So it was great to have, him, along the same ride as me, right? Because we both grew up in it together, and both always been so supportive of each other. And about 10 years ago, we did a Cross Canada tour together in support of Ronald McDonald House Charities. And so we did 38 shows in about 55 days across Canada, and it was a blast. We had such a great time and met so many great people and great families along the way, and it was great to finally have that opportunity for him and I to share a stage on a national tour, because we've been playing individual shows for so many years. So it was great to be able to have that chance to do that.
That's a fantastic story. It really, really is. But I've got to say, any on the road stories that I should know about?
None that you should know about. How about that?
Gotta try. You really gotta try sometimes. Let's create our own when you come down here to New Zealand.
Absolutely.
But
we'll make our own memories.
Yeah, exactly. Having said that, not only are you coming here to New Zealand, we'll set something up for Australia as well. So, maybe about 10 shows in Australia, only because we like their money, right?
That's right. Yes.
Yes. Believe me, they can't beat us in sports, that's for sure. So we might as well take something away from them.
You're going to try to get me into the middle of this here, aren't you?
Oh, totally. Unfortunately, nothing like being a victim.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, it is 5 away from 12 o'clock. Tell me, please, all about your number one most requested country song here at Galaxy right now, Road and the Radio. Tell me all about it.
You know what, and it's great to hear that that's the number one most requested song. I wrote that with a great Canadian artist, writer named Dwayne Steele. You should check him out too. He's incredible. And Dwayne and I have been writing together for many years, and we both have young sons, and we were talking about just like how family life changes once you start having kids, and you can't just pick up and take off with your wife and go for a weekend like you could, like you used to be able to do. And so that's kind of what the song was about. It's about, just saying, hey, let's pick up for a weekend and just get away, just me and you, and just kind of be like it was, and just kind of enjoy each other's company. And that's kind of what the song talks about, and I was really happy with the way it turned out.
Well, for me, my friend, it sealed the deal. It really, really did. When I first heard this, I went back into the studio. I says, guys, this has got to be a must. We've got to get Jake Matthews on the radio as soon as possible. They said he's already loaded. He's ready to go. Here is Jake Matthews and Road and the Radio right here at Galaxy. I love this track. How you feeling there, my friend?
Good.
Need that drink yet?
I'm almost done my other one, so I'll get something else.
By the time your wife gets home, she's going to hate me. You'll be inebriated on the couch.
Yeah.
Just did an interview with New Zealand. My God, it was traumatic.
Hi, Tina, darling. How are you? How's Germany tonight?
Don't worry. I'm sorry?
Do you have a lot of festivals festivals in New Zealand?
Yes, we do have a few, but we're also creating 3 of our own at the moment that we're looking at doing at different parts of the year throughout New Zealand, because we have so many bands that want to come here. It's only logical, because we have all the gear. Now, when you do say that you want to come here, keep in touch with Barbara. She's the manager of Aurora Entertainment. We can get everything you need. Literally, you want visas, better to get them from within the country than outside. She's got a finger on the pulse of that. All your staging, your lighting, your back lines, everything you need, we can take care of that. Bookings, we can get you, half a dozen to a dozen. It just depends the amount of crowds that you're looking at the time.
How many people?
Yeah.
How many people you want to perform in front of. We can sort of try and work something and make it absolutely gel for you. But look, it's a purely selfish thing as well. We want to get Kiwi bands on Kiwi stages with names like yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you never know.
Definitely. I would definitely be interested in looking into that, and I'd love to go. So
Nice.
for sure, Barbara, I'll stay in touch with you.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yep. On Messenger.
And at the same time, you never know, you might like the people that we put together, you might want to do a contra and take them with you somewhere else over your way at some stage.
Right.
It's all about getting our Kiwi audience, our Kiwi artists, that stage presence, giving them that chance to play. Let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 1 away from 12 o'clock. You see, I got it in time, and 27 degrees downtown. It's hot, it really is. Very, very muggy at the moment. Unseasonably warm too, by the way. Wouldn't expect this until about this time next month, to be very honest with you. And joined today by our feature artist, Jake Matthews, coming out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, Jake. It really, really has. Now, you're in the winter time over there right now. Is it a good time to start doing a little more recording, bringing out some new stuff?
Yeah, actually, I'm doing that right now. I've been kind of in writing mode right now, and I've got a couple other songs from an EP that I'll be releasing in the new year. So there'll be some new music again very soon.
Nice. Now I'm just going to be very, very greedy here and say, how would you like to pass it on to us? We would love to play it here. Maybe look at doing another interview if you're up for it. I don't blame you if you're not.
You mean after this experience?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is our first date. Come on.
That's right. No, absolutely. I'll definitely when I've got some new music ready, I'll definitely send you guys some. And you know, I have to say thanks to all your listeners too for requesting my songs like Beer Necessities and Road and Radio, and I appreciate that so much, being out in Canada and being able to reach a new audience.
Well, you know something, my friend, our listeners have adopted you. You're part of the family here now at Galaxy 107 FM as well. So you've had the courage to actually come on and talk to me. Believe me, it's not an easy experience, folks. It isn't. It really, I tell you. And for everybody that's online right now listening to Jake Matthews, you won't go wrong. Go and check out his website. Go and check out Spotify and all the places you can go and get it. Amazon, for instance, and download it. Go and get yourself some Jake Matthews into you today. Go and do it today. And by the way, don't do it just once or twice. Make them rich. Dare you?
Yeah.
Yes.
The richer I get, the more often I can go visit you in New Zealand.
Exactly. And believe me, it'll be an absolute pleasure to have you here in New Zealand, and I'd be honoured to be able to show you around our humble little piece of country called New Zealand anyway, and you never know what sort of mischief we might be able to get up with, you know. I'm all about shenanigans.
You had a lot of ideas.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm all about shenanigans. I really, really am.
Yeah,
you know, maybe you and I could get together with your wife and go and get Barbara tattooed.
Sure.
It took him a moment to think about that. Yeah, I've been trying to do it for ages. I really, really have.
As everyone else is paying, not me.
Yeah, I'll pay.
Oh,
I will. I'll buy you the tattoo. I really, really will. Jake's going, oh my God, what have I got into now? Anyway, my friend, I'm just going to have to wrap it up here for now. But will you come back again and do another interview with us?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely set something else up. I'd love to speak with you again and share some new music.
Absolutely. We would be honoured to be able to play and maybe even release it, premiere it to the world if you so wish. We would love to be able to do that. We have one or two listeners around the world.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds great.
And they love you. They do. Jake, they really, really do. So please don't go anywhere just yet. Because we do have a couple of other things we're going to do, and I think you're going to love these too. But in the meantime, let's go out with Roxette, Fading. Like a Flower, right here at Galaxy.